Hey guys, Patrick Donovan from eXp Realty, part of the Johnson Group here in beautiful Savannah, Georgia, with my buddy Brandon Giebler from Next Move. What's up, buddy?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Good. It's like I haven't seen you in like 10, 15 seconds.
I know, it's been crazy. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Well, today we're going to be talking about home inspections. And let me ask you something, Brandon. Is home inspections good or bad?
I mean, home inspections are typically good at the beginning. They could be bad if you're buying crap, but they're good to have. Always.
I totally agree with you. And I will tell you, there's hello, y'all. Hey, hello, y'all. Thank you for joining.
Hi, girl.
I love it when hello, y'all comes on here and adds her spiciness. But also we're going to have Andrew Capwell from Capwell Home Inspections on. He's going to be answering any questions. So if you guys have questions about home inspections, please don't leave until you see Andrew. And you can ask us any kind of questions you guys like about the real estate market. I got the MLS right here ready to rock and roll. And of course, if you want to know what the stats are for the Savannah market, it's down below. We did Savannah this week. Last week we did Port Wentworth. So today we're going to be doing Savannah down below. But yeah, before we do that, Brandon, though, I want to show the interest rates real quick. Is that cool with you?
I mean, go for it. They're important.
Here we go. So if you're looking to buy a home, obviously give me a call or Brandon a call or scan the QR codes up top. And this looks like mortgage rates went up a little bit from yesterday, Brandon. What do you think?
I mean, as expected. I'm not surprised for sure. But, I mean, would I like them to go down? A little bit, but to be expected.
Right. 6.62 for a 30-year fix, 6.62, sorry, for a 30-year fix, 6.22 for an FHA, and 6.23 for a VA loan. Now, this is for your most qualified buyers, and they're putting 20% down. If you are looking to get a loan and you want to know what your interest rate's going to be, hit us up in the chat. I got plenty of lenders I can send you. Well, we had Jake Ellison on here for Forward Mortgages. What did he talk about, Brandon?
Jake talked about the assumable mortgage. So if you don't have a down payment, you got a little bit of money, but you want to assume the mortgage for the rates, then Jake was all over that.
Man, that was so informative. Love that one. That was one of my favorites, actually, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I took a lot of notes.
And then we had Christina Boyette. She was talking about, what was she talking about?
She was talking about the Georgia Dream and being able to bundle that with other loans, which was like, whoa, it's a game changer, especially for VA too. That's something to look into. She's a good person to call.
Absolutely. And then another lender I like is Lucy Thornton, Lucy the lender. So like I said, if you guys are looking to buy a home and you're looking for your rate, hit us in the chat. We got you. Okay. All right. So you ready to do this, buddy?
I'm ready. All
right. This is from Realtor Magazine Media. Help buyers stay calm after the home inspection. Inspections always turn up something. Keep buyers calm and moving forward. So Brandon, let me ask you a question. Have you ever had buyers that got spooked after they got a home inspection?
Most definitely. It was typically the seasoned ones, I would say, because they're putting in a lot of opinions and whatnot. Some inspectors put a lot of opinion in there, was like kind of scare tactic in a way, but they don't mean to, but they do. But other than that, not so much. But the seasoned ones, yes, because it's a lot. It could be a lot. I can't do that. I can't fix the floor. I can't do the trim. I can't do that. So,
well, the good thing is we're going to be talking about ways to mitigate all that stuff. So stay tuned. If you're worried about a home inspection and potentially blowing up a deal, we got ways to mitigate that. Once again, Andrew Capwell is going to be talking to you about that at the end here. So stay tuned. Okay, here we go. All right, expect some imperfections. It's normal. No home, not even new builds, is flawless. As Cook says, a home inspection is not a pass or fail test. It's a tool to help buyers make informed decisions. Do you think it's like a pass or fail thing for you, Brandon?
I mean, for me, no. For the buyer, it could be, but like I don't sell a lot of new construction, so I don't really have that side of it. But you do. So, like, do you encourage your buyers that are buying new construction to get one?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, as a matter of fact, Tony Berna just came on the Savannah's favorite food enthusiast. Perfect to talk about this very subject here. I always recommend home inspections for any home that you buy, regardless if it's new construction or not. Okay, but now I will say this about new construction homes: if you're not from the Savannah area and you're watching this, there's a lot of VA buyers here, and soldiers don't make a ton of money. I was a soldier for 20 years, so I know that very much. So, you know, if you are strapped for cash and you're buying a brand new home, there's like 16 inspections that these homes go through quality wise. Then they have the 2-week walkthrough after, then an 11-month walkthrough after. So if you were totally strapped for cash and you're buying a home, new construction home, I would say, okay, maybe you could forego it. But I would say if you can get it, definitely get it. And Tony, he got 2 home inspections.
He said, get an inspection.
Absolutely. He did a pre-drywall inspection and a post-drywall inspection. And Tony, did you find a couple problems with the home after you guys did that inspection? Put it in the chat, buddy.
He did. It was the garage door, the entrance to the interior for the garage door.
Yeah, it would lock when they locked it. But anyway, so Brandon, you sell a lot of old homes. Do you expect that they need home inspections or what?
I mean, always. I always. I'm pretty adamant about it. I think it's important because I mean, if you haven't bought a home, I deal with a lot of investors, so they're already aware of a lot of that stuff. But especially for people that are buying a home you're going to live in, and that's going to be your spot. Always. It's important.
Tony says it
balls
saves
can't talk.
you so much time. There's so much time and money.
Yeah. Hello, y'all. Yes, old homes do. And you need a really good inspector.
Absolutely.
Who's a really good inspector?
I think we got one on. He's waiting in the wings. All right. So understand what's really a big deal. Cosmetic flaws like drywall bumps or nail pops may look worse than they are. Cook notes that structural or foundational issues may be perceived as more serious, but even these can usually be resolved with extra assessments. Don't you carry around marbles in your bag for occasions like this, Brandon?
I do. Because again, it's the investors that are out of town. They rely on me and my professional opinion along with a video. And I'm like, I just want you to notice because I'm feeling like I'm walking on a roller coaster. I want you to see this. And I have 4 marbles that I place in the middle of the floor and I record it running. So at least we know kind of where to focus our attention on, so that we know that maybe it's just a joist that's bad, or subfloors are a little weak sometimes. So yeah, I carry the marbles around for those investors.
Well, I think that's smart. And if you do find any problems structurally or anything, do you help them come up with estimates for the problems?
For sure. I mean, that's kind of part of my job. So like I've created something of this because some investors are newer, some are more seasoned in it. So I try to ask them, are you prepared for a light rehab, a medium rehab, or a full gut rehab? And some of them will go for the full gut because they want the bigger flip ticket item, you know what I mean? But then some are just more like, I can do cosmetic stuff, but I can't do anything else. So whenever we're collecting our ammo for the war we're about to go into with negotiations, I try to pull this out. So I'm taking my notes for my ammo sheet as well. So then I know what to negotiate and not be like, we want $20,000 because the paint's ugly. They're not taking it serious. So,
well, most issues can be fixed. Structural, electrical, plumbing problems are generally all solvable. Bring in the right contractors. Obviously, you got this sheet for them to guide them. Now, let me ask you this question. If it's like a cosmetic thing, like, do you suggest that they have the seller fix that, or do you suggest that they just get money in concessions?
I don't assume anybody has like one of those magic balls that like tells you the futuro. I see into the futuro. So they're not going to know your colors. They're not going to know what you want as your flooring. They're not going to know what you want as your countertops. So a lot of the cosmetic stuff, I'm like, let's try to negotiate a little bit of price to offset your cost to remedy that situation. So for those ones, it's more of like, I'm going to try to negotiate some more money for the buyer to save.
Absolutely. No, I agree with that. I mean, the cosmetic stuff, definitely asking for closing costs or off the price. But I would tell you the big ticket items that worry me are your AC and your roof, because those things can be huge as they start to, fix these problems that you find on the amendment to address concerns or the home inspection that Andrew gives you. They can find more stuff, right? Yeah. So I would ask sellers to fix those things, because when they start peeling back the onion, they might find more things. What do you think about that?
I mean, I concur. And hello, y'all put up a good question. Where do you find a good contractor? I have trauma.
Ooh, that's a hard question to answer, to be honest.
It's trial and error. It's kind of, you figure it out as you go. And if year one, I didn't have the best contractors. I thought they were great because they did one good job and I was excited about it. I was like, yes. And then they stopped responding. So it's definitely trial and error. And setting the expectation with them as well.
I kind of feel you on that one, dude. We've been going through a year-long battle with our stairs. Been with this contractor. He sounded great in the beginning. Even I'm a real estate agent and I'm getting duped by these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's great. Actually, Tony, I hired Tim Parker to refix these stairs. So thank you, buddy. Yeah. So, and then of course, like I said, I mean, people like Tim, I know where he lives. So if he messes up, I'll be knocking on his door. Oh, man. So don't let a long report scare you. Those 50-item reports, even though it's a lot of small things, that tend to cause buyers to panic, says Joe Graziano. But loose railings, torn carpets, slow drains are relatively minor. Graziano reminds his buyers to stay focused on larger ticket items like HVAC roof. Like, I agree with that. And below, as you see, we got Capwell home inspections in there. This is an amendment to address concerns that I did based off of his report. But as you can see here, it's a lot of words to fix a socket.
A light socket. So it's wordy. So like, I get it. It's intimidating, but it's not that bad if your agent is good at explaining things to you. Like what's the largest one that you've had of an amendment to address concerns?
The largest ATAC that I've seen when I was representing the seller was 21 items. Of course, when the sellers see that, especially when their home is well maintained, they get very aggravated. But of course, I try to tell them, look, everything can be fixed. Let's get an estimate. Let's see what's happening. Because sometimes the buyer's agent, and I've been the buyer agent too, so I can speak from both sides, but let's talk for the seller side. Sometimes buyer's agents will just throw numbers out there. It's like, oh, this paint and that pop, $10,000 off. And I'm like, where did you get this number from? They'd be like, I'm like, let's get a contractor out there to see what it actually costs. You know what I'm saying? So what is the longest one you've ever seen right now?
It was 41 items. We had a 41 item amendment to address concerns.
Wow.
It required a spreadsheet. But we only decided to do a handful of them, and we're like, if you don't want, like, we can't do the rest. It was too much. So we agreed to some, but not all of them.
And that's an important fact to say right there, Brandon, is because you don't, as a seller, you don't have to agree to everything. But I would say the market right now is more balanced. So buyers have more choices. So these are the kind of things you got to wrestle with when you're dealing with these amendment address concerns. And of course, if you got us as agents, we're going to guide you through all of that kind of stuff. Hello, y'all said, because downstairs ceiling with water stains from upstairs bathrooms, and I'm petrified. Crap is leaking and my kids' bathrooms collapsed. All right, we'll get you a contractor. Hello, y'all. Don't worry about it. All right. Know what inspections cover and what they don't. Inspections evaluate safety and functionality, not code compliance. Extra inspections, like for pools, septic, radon, mold, etc., may be needed depending on the location and the home. So, Brandon, if a home needs more inspections, do you facilitate that?
Of course. I mean, that's what I'm getting paid to do, is take care of my client. So I definitely I've run into all of the instances. So I have a Rolodex of people that I can call for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, a lot of people don't know, buyers, that homes with septic tanks and wells require that extra inspection. And now that you're here getting educated, if your real estate agent forgets, to remind them so they don't forget that. You know what I'm saying?
It's important, especially the pool one, because like the pools are expensive. There's a lot of upkeep and there's a lot of working factors going on for a pool. So if you have never owned a pool before, you might not be aware that what goes into it is a lot. My mom complains about it all the time.
All right.
All the time. How often does that happen, especially in the area? How often does what happen?
What's she talking about?
Needing an extra inspection all the time.
She might be. Remember, we lag a little bit, so the questions lag a little bit. Remember, but it happens all the time. Attend the inspection. Being present helps buyers learn more about the home and may help them feel reassured. Graziano recommends showing up for the final 20 minutes to hear directly from the inspector. Sometimes hearing it from the inspector will calm those nerves more than buyers being left interpreting big reports on their own. What do you think about that, Brandon?
I don't like it. I don't like it at all, actually. The final 20 minutes, that inspector has probably been there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. They're ready to go. So if you're there the whole time, you have ample opportunities to ask your questions. I follow them around because I want to learn things. So it's kind of nice. So they're not super annoyed if you follow them around and like kind of ask them. So when they're notating things, you can be like, wait, why or what or how? Like, I think that's important. And I think if you're just showing up the last 20 minutes of it, like, you're missing out on all kinds of things that you're like, oh crap, I should have asked as soon as they pull out of the driveway. So I don't agree. I think that you should attend the home inspection if at all possible. We will schedule it when you can be there. It's important. It's super important. It's important to me, at least. I don't know. That's how I feel.
Okay.
I'm not an agent, and I would not recommend it. Hello, y'all. Hey, baby.
I will tell you, like, if you can't be there for a home inspection, your agent should be there on your behalf. And I will say, like what I like to do, and I've done it with Andrew before, is like when we find those problems at the end, I'll videotape him talking about it. So I can send it to the buyers on a YouTube link, and then they can call, if they have more questions after Andrew explains it on the video, then, he can talk to them about it, you know what I'm saying? But if you can be there, obviously we want you there, but we understand work. I mean, Andrew can only do a few, homes a day. So like he's only going to have so much scheduling time. So it might not be as convenient for you to be there. But you know what we could do? We could ask Andrew right now. What do you think?
I mean, I think that's the best obstacle right now we can do.
All right, let's do it then. So we're joined in by Andrew Capwell from Capwell Home Inspections. Hey, man, I want to say thank you for joining me, my favorite home inspector. So I'm glad you could come here and answer some questions for me and for our audience. So, Brandon, you got the comments, right?
Thanks for having me.
Yep, I got the comments.
All right.
So Andrew, are you going to introduce yourself? Tell everybody about yourself.
I am Andrew Capwell, owner operator of Capwell Home Inspections. 10 years in business, 7-time award-winning home inspection company. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we see you.
Everyone stop. Thank you.
That's why I like Andrew. 7-time award-winning. I just don't use regular no award-winning home inspection people. You know what I'm saying?
We don't want losers on our team.
Yeah, duh.
All right, so Andrew, there's a lot of common misconceptions. What are the top myths that you come across in your home inspections?
So one of the biggest is, am I going to pass or fail the house? No, I'm not. That is not within my scope. That's not within my power. Think of me as a tool to guide you and to help you throughout this dark time. I'm going to provide you with all the information that you need to get you through the next step. Because that's what I'm here for. I can be your best friend. I can be your shoulder to cry on. That's just a couple of little aspects of being a home inspector.
You could be the personal trainer too, right?
I could be the personal trainer too, if you like.
There you go.
Home got me through this process of home inspections.
All right, so let me ask you a question. What do you think the pros and cons of doing a pre-listing inspection is for home sellers?
So one, doing a pre-sale is when I'm already brutally honest, but when I'm doing a pre-sale, I am brutally honest because one, you want me to tear your house apart, even though I'm not a big fan of tearing a house apart, but I'm going to tear your house apart because I want you to know what your house is hiding from you. And then at the same time, so that's the pros. I've created a honey-do list for you. The cons are now you have to disclose it. That's the worst part about it. And I hate it, but that's part of the business. I'm a house tattletale. I'm a house rat.
Well, Brandon, let me ask you a question. Do you think there's an advantage to doing a pre-listing home inspection?
I mean, for sure. If you're able, willing, and have the money to do it, because again, you have to disclose that stuff. So, I mean, if you didn't take care of your house and you didn't, then go ahead. You should just do it. Yep. But if you're one of those people that changes your filters every month, or you take care of the structural stuff, and you've got that termite bond, then I mean maybe not. But if you don't, and you don't, then go ahead and get that.
I think that either way, remember the market that we're in right now, we're talking about a balanced market now, which we haven't seen a balance. When was the last time we seen a balanced market? You're talking about 2018?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Long time ago. I don't even think it was balanced then, but I'm saying like the competition is fierce right now. So, and we're telling you, hey, get your home ready. Get your home ready. Well, calling Andrew Capwell and getting a pre-listing inspection and then fixing those, because you didn't hire him just to show it to you, right? I mean, you hired him so you can see what it is and fix it. Because I think that if a buyer comes by and they're like, well, I like the home, and they go, oh, by the way, we got it pre-inspected. We fixed all of it. Here's the receipts. Wouldn't the buyer be more inclined to want to put an offer on it? Don't you think?
I think it looks more favorable. Yeah, I mean, like
more market.
Speaking of like the hidden defects and stuff, like what methods do you have that help you uncover hidden structural or pest problems, Andrew?
So one thing, of course, down here in the Southeast, what we have a lot is moisture. So if there is any kind of indication whatsoever that we have moisture intrusion in the home, of course, we're going to break out our moisture meter. And if I can't detect exactly where it's coming from, I'm going to throw in my thermal detector, or my thermal imager, the flare, and then we're going to track it down that way. So think think of a home inspector, a good one, as a pathologist. So I'm gonna track it down, whether the homeowner likes it or not. I'm gonna find it. There's rarely any inconclusive cases that I come across.
And why is that? Why is
I
that?
find it.
Why is that?
Because walls can't talk, baby.
So let me ask you something real quick, Andrew. How do you feel about buyers being present during the inspection? Do you care? Do you not care? Do you prefer it? What do you think?
Sometimes I enjoy it. Sometimes you do have the overbearing client, but that's okay. Typically, the overbearing clients are the ones who ask the most questions, which is what needs to happen. So this is what, before we get started on the home inspection, I like to have what we call a driveway spill, which is what I tell them what they can expect out of me, what I expect out of them. If I feel that the buyer is going to be a little overbearing throughout the inspection, I will ask them, let's go ahead and knock out any questions that you have now. If not, we're going to reconvene at the end and we're going to go over everything. We're going to answer more questions. That's typically how I handle it. Because the reason why I don't want a particularly overbearing client following me around is because we have a routine, and I don't want to get off my routine because I want to give you a thorough eval 100% of the time.
I'm going to follow. It'd be annoying.
I've known you for years. That's fine.
So what is that? What does that mean? Is that okay? Is that good? Is that bad?
You bring comic relief to the inspection. Yes.
I try. So what do you think that the difference in the value add comes from an inspector that is licensed and one that's unlicensed?
All right, so let's start with this. This is something that actually bothers me a lot because in the state of Georgia, you can literally wake up in the morning and be like, I want to be a home inspector. You have a heartbeat, go to City Hall, go get you a business license, call the insurance company, get your insurance. Hey, Bob's your uncle, you're a home inspector now. In the state of Georgia, you do not have to be certified. You do not have to hold a home inspection license. However, my company does. If you're going to work for me, you have to have that or you will not go into a home without it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so we are AHIT and InterNACHI certified. We also do continued education once a month. And then I put myself and my wife, who's also a home inspector, we test each other all the time with our knowledge. We basically do, verbal flashcards. So we're constantly on top of everything. Even though we're not code enforcers, we do study code, so that way we can kind of, like, whenever we go into these new constructions, we can better explain to somebody, this is why you can't have a receptacle on your island anymore. So,
Okay.
Shout out to Summer. We love Summer.
Love Summer.
Era.
She's at the clubhouse playing trivia tonight.
Oh, good. Okay,
The
well,
smart one's playing trivia. We get it.
Mm-hmm.
The
so let me ask you a question. What do standards inspection cover and what typically requires extra testing?
All right, so you're going to cover all 5 aspects of the inspection: your health, fire, safety, systems, and structure. What was the second part of the question?
Oh, what is the typical extra testing that you see on a home?
Extra testing is
because you do pools, right? You do pools as well.
Yeah. So we do pools, crawl spaces, those kinds of things. So when it comes to a pool, I'm going to make sure that everything's operating. I'm going to make sure we don't have any defects. Same thing with the crawl space. I'm going to get up under the house and make sure, I'm going to make sure everything's good. I'm going to turn on the water before I get up under there to make sure we don't have any leaks or anything like that. Now, back to the pool. When it comes to the pool, if I see the slightest defect with a pool, I'm going to recommend you to a pool technician. The reason why is because one little thing with the pool can completely disrupt the entire pool system. So I'm gonna direct you to a qualified contractor who's gonna get you set.
Yep. My mom complains about her pool all the time.
That's why I hired a pool guy for mine. Yeah.
There's always something wrong with it somehow. I'm like, oh, it's fine. It's just swimming. I don't know. It's salt water. I don't know. It's like the beach.
Yep.
So how do you assess the conditions and remaining lifespans of like the major systems?
So major systems have telltale signs, like your roof. Typically, if I know that a house has a 30-year roof and the house is 15 years old, that means that the roof is 15 years old. That means we're at half-life. It's time to get evaluated by a roofer for sure. Also, later on down the road, there's going to be more telltale signs like balding shingles, missing shingles, broken shingles, curling at the shingle ends. So those are all signs that we need to have an evaluation. When it comes to the AC, a lot of times the AC will start rusting at the bottom. A lot of times you'll start seeing mildew build up around the runs of the air ducts. That's typically signs of just deferred maintenance, but at the same time, that's also a sign of it's been there for a while. Let's see, if a water heater is not producing enough hot water in the allotted time that I'm there, it's most likely time to get serviced. We might need some diodes changed out, the thing that makes it hot. I can't think of my terminology.
What if it's too hot?
Like, is it a coil?
Not the coil. It's the anyway.
It's all good.
Yeah, the thing that's hot.
We'll tell our fans to Google it.
Yeah, I'll think of it in a second.
What if it's too hot?
What's that?
What if it's too hot?
You can always turn it down because there is a thermostat on the water heater. So you want a range of 110 to 120. Anything over that, you're scalding hot. And again, I'm not a code enforcer, but per code, it has to be at minimum 110.
I'm not a code enforcer, but I know code.
That's right.
All right.
Thermostat. Thermostat's what it's called.
All right, Andrew, can I ask you a question? What is the craziest thing you've seen on a home inspection?
Ooh. All right.
That's not one of mine.
All right. So that's not one of yours.
Thank God.
Except for that one time whenever you had to call me because your other home inspector didn't show up. Remember that?
My bad.
Okay, so the craziest thing that I've ever seen was I showed up to this house in Midway. I noticed that on one particular side of the house, the siding was ruffled very bad. And so one of the very first things that I did was I went and put my hand to it. It was blazing hot. Lo and behold, there was an invisible fire within the wall. It was an electrical fire.
What?
And there was had I not caught it, this place would have burnt down that day.
Holy cow! Are you serious?
Yep.
So it was happening as you got there.
It was
wow.
happening in real time. There was an electrical fire inside the wall.
So you're like Captain Save-A-Ho, like you were there.
Save a home.
Yeah, definitely saved the home. Oh my God! Did anybody thank you for that?
No, I actually never heard from anybody, to be honest with you.
Well, we're gonna say thank you
That
for
is
that
unbelievable.
homeowner. So I'm sure they
Thank you.
appreciated
Thank you from
the
them.
fact that they stopped
Thank you.
and didn't appreciate you.
Thank you. 7 years later, I guess.
Tony asks, what's the most common thing you see in old homes and new homes?
Moisture damage. I see a lot of moisture damage. Again, we live in the Southeast.
And we're moist.
There's a there's a lot of rain exposure. Unfortunately, gutter systems are not required. I wish they were. That would save a lot of people a lot of money. A lot of our viewers tonight, if you go look at the bottoms of your exterior doors, most likely you're going to find moisture damage at the bottom left and right hand corners of your exterior doors. That is I write that up probably 8 times out of 10 every day.
It's a thing.
You know, I remember new construction home. Andrew came out there and he moistured the back door, and we had to tell them, hey, you guys need to fix this because it's got
Yep.
moisture damage.
In moisture back door.
So,
Good job.
back door, moisture in the back door. Hello, y'all says electric fires are silent killers. Seriously.
Yep.
Have you hello, y'all? Have you seen it? Have you heard of any electric fires killing anybody you know or anything like that?
I mean,
just comment.
Maybe not, but it could happen. There's a house like right off the 16 that has that melting. I was like, maybe it's pointed at the sun or something, and maybe the sun's doing. Now I should know.
Probably.
Yeah, I
Probably
believe
grilling.
that electrical fires are one of the leading causes of house fires.
Now I feel
Really?
bad because I didn't do anything.
Good
Yeah,
job.
well, yeah, it
Brandon.
might have been you.
But I saw the whole side of the house, and I was like, why is it so ruffled? I'm like, someone doesn't know where to put their grill.
Well,
But-
sometimes that ruffling can be a reflection of the sun's light back to the from a neighbor's house back to the house that you're inspecting. It magnifies that
Really?
sunlight, and it burns. It'll ruffle up that
It's the
siding.
magnifying glass effect. You
Yeah,
didn't do
exactly.
that to insects when you were young.
Well, they don't have magnifying glasses on their house shooting beams at the other
The
house.
glass does. The glass is a reflector.
Oh yeah, that does make a lot of sense. Okay.
Okay, so
And
Andrew, how do you see your role involving deal killer, educator, and risk manager? Huh? You got bad
Oh, he's
feed?
got a bad back feed.
Can you hear it?
Uh-oh, what has
I don't hear
happened?
him.
That's all right. I'll tell you what. Hey, Andrew, I'm going to tell you this. If we can't hear you, it's okay. I'm going to say thank you for what you've. I want to say thank you, Andrew, for coming on and hanging out with us tonight. I use Andrew Capwell for most of my home inspection. He's amazing. Him and Summer do a great job. And I want to say, oh yeah, there is storms. I didn't
Mine
think
too.
about that. It's causing problems.
Mine's good.
But I just want to thank Andrew for coming on. And Brandon, what did you think about tonight's episode?
It was. I don't want to say it was more fun than the rest of them, but it was more fun than the rest of them. It was interesting. I feel like the home loans are cool and it's important, but like the inspection part, I feel like people are more like, I don't know, when it comes to the home inspection part. So I feel like it was good that they got to gain a little bit of knowledge from why it's super important to say yes to the home inspection and the dress.
Absolutely. Well,
So,
I'll
yeah.
tell you tonight, I really enjoyed all the comments. We got the Savannah's favorite food enthusiast. We got Hello Y'all, our biggest fan, coming on here. We had Andrew, I've been working with Andrew since I started, and he's amazing. Yeah. And like I said, all the participation, everybody being in here is super awesome. Once again, if you haven't liked the video yet, share it. If you know people
Like it now.
if there are people that are looking to buy a home and need a home inspector, I mean, we got Andrew right here. So actually, I'm going to try to bring him on one more time to see if he can't give out his information. So hold on. Let's see what we can do here. Andrew, can you talk again? Oh, it's not good.
A little bit. No.
That's right.
I have it on my YouTube channel. I put it on my YouTube description. So all of his contacts there.
Yeah, his contacts on his, they'll be on mine. So look in the description. And I want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys are here, you guys are the reason why we do this. The smartest buyers in the industry and the smartest sellers in the industry. So I appreciate you guys watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Bye.